Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello viewers, let me introduce myself. My name is Ulul Azmi Fitriana Zulvi and I came from TBIB and my number identity is 204190053. And today I will talk about direct method. Stay tuned. Okay, let's start. What is a direct method? It's called direct methods because the meaning should be connected directly with the target language without translation into the native language. Direct methods aim the student learn how to communicate using target language. Therefore, students should learn to think in the target language. And these methods became popular because the grammar translation method was not effective. In direct methods, concept and vocabulary are taught through real-life objects and other visual materials. There are two kinds of vocabulary to present. They are concrete vocabulary and abstract vocabulary. To present concrete vocabulary, taught through demonstration, objects, and pictures. To present abstract vocabulary is taught by association of ideas. Direct method has one very basic rule, that is no translation is allowed. The message is conveyed directly through use of demonstration and visual aids without the use of student native language. In these direct methods, the teachers do not explain but use action and demonstration instead. There are some principles according to direct method. First is oral transmission. New teaching points are introduced orally. Oral communication skills are built up in a carefully graded progression organized around question and answer exchange between teachers and students in small intensive class. Second is vocabulary. Basic vocabulary is given first and it's taught through demonstration. The third is learn through self-correction. Both speech and listening comprehension are taught. The teacher, by asking students to make a choice, gets them to correct their mistake. Number 4 is emphasize. Correct grammar and pronunciation are emphasized. Grammar is taught inductively, never through explicit grammar rules. Teachers don't give rules for the student. They make students figure out the rules. Number 5 is syllabus. The syllabus is not usually based on linguistic structures. The use of language is not formal but natural. It is contextual and it's teaching topical. In these direct methods, students learn how to think in the target of language. Because the vocabulary is acquired more naturally, it is used in full sentence rather than memorizing the list of words. There are some advantages of using this direct method for learning. Number 1 is focus on oral practice. Therefore, the pronunciation improve. Number 2, in teaching vocabulary such as words, idioms, this method is good. Number 3, as there is a direct relation between talk and expression. It helps the learners in having good fluency. Using direct methods, a teacher helps students having good comment on our English. Number 4, it makes the teaching English easier and more pleasant. A teacher uses various images or pictures to illustrate his or her point. Number 5 is these methods create the suitable environment for learning English language. Number 6, as the unit of speech in direct method is a sentence. Students learn to speak complete sentence without any hesitation, so they get confidence with comments over good English. Besides of its advantages, this direct method it also has some disadvantages. Number one is owing to overemphasis on oral practice, the other skill, namely reading and writing, are ignored to a great extent. Number two, this is an expensive method as the teacher is to use some properties to teachings. Number three, competent teachers must be there. Incompetent teacher can use this method successfully, especially for new teachers. This method is not recommended, but it should have many experience to teaching so they know the character of their student. Okay, and number four is in the early stage of learning, this method is completely unsuccessful. Because the learner there is no material before, so they will difficult to follow the materials given on this method. And number five is the background at home must also be foreign language friendly for this method. The student whose parents can speak English well get more benefit from this method. They have material before, so they can improve their language ability in this method. In conclusion, besides its advantages and disadvantages, this direct method is recommended for learning English, especially to improve speaking, pronunciation, vocabulary, and listening to the learners. But a good preparation is needed to the teacher to show the point of the course. Okay, that's all my explanation about direct methods. I think my material is not details and there are many mistakes during I give the explanation. I'm sorry about that, and I hope it can be useful for your information and for our information. Okay, thank you for watching me and see you for the next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.